Hi, I'm Cassandra Akers. I'm the principal of Betsy Lane High School. Ricky Thacker is my original team member with Appalachian Leadership Lab, and we were blessed through that process last year. And our school really improved a lot, and we improved a lot and grew as educators and instructors for our kids. So we were very blessed to be able to join the second year Appalachian Leadership Lab and expand our team. So we have Miss Carrie Cornett, who's another teacher within our building, Courtney DeRosset, who did not come up, but is our district person, and we have a community member, Mr. Troy Cole, so we have an expanded team. So I've introduced our team, and I'll talk about our project, which we settled on, and whose genius idea this was Miss Cornett, and it's the School Genius Hour, so I'll let her explain that.
So when we were thinking about our problem of practice, we decided as a whole that we don't have a lot of community support in our school. We don't have a lot of community affiliations. We don't associate with people outside. We don't get a lot of people coming in. Our open houses and our student showcases every 9 weeks are very low in number. So we wanted to involve the community a little bit more. We wanted to get the students involved in their community and have it go both ways. So we decided that we would try to solve that and solve a few other problems in our school as well by doing a school-wide Genius Hour. So some of you may already do this in your classrooms, but a Genius Hour, it's also called a passion project, or it's called like a 80-20 time. And it's where basically you spend about an hour a week or so on one day that you choose, and every student has some kind of problem that they believe that there exists somewhere in their life or somewhere in the life around them, the community, the state, the nation, the world, whatever. And they want to research more about this problem, and they want to kind of solve more about this problem. They don't have to solve it for part of their problem, for part of their project, but they do have to do some research about it and learn more about it. So the idea is that students get very involved in something that they choose. It's not something that they're forced to take on. It's not something that we assign them. It's completely up to them. It's not like a science fair project. It has to be about a certain topic. It can be about anything. So we want to do a school-wide Genius Hour for all 450 of our students, and they will get to pick and choose based on a survey that Mr. Thacker will talk about in a moment about their interests, and they will research that. And we have a few requirements that it has to benefit our community in some way, which they're trying to solve this problem. It can benefit us as a school, it can benefit the community, it can benefit our county, our state, our nation, some kind of problem that some group is going to benefit. So we want them to start to think about their place in the world and think about their impact that they can have even now just as high school students. And some of the problems that have been done in the past for Genius Hour, they're amazing. They've had where they've looked at the covers of books and seen how different colors and different like shape and color theory affect whether or not people will buy this book. And so they've redesigned the covers of books, and those students were actually invited to go to like publishing houses in New York and kind of redesign those. And they've also done like drives where they make blankets and hats for babies in the hospital and things like that. So a lot of our students have actually come up with some good ideas already. They don't know about this project yet. But they've just every now and then you hear an idea and they're like, you know what, I wish we could do this. Or, you know, my goal in life is to open up like a homeless shelter. I had a student tell me that the other day. So they're very passionate about different things, but we just want to give them like the avenue and the outlet in order to kind of tap into that passion a little bit.
And to tap into that passion, we have to implement Genius Hour, and we're going to start by surveying our staff. We're going to create a survey using SurveyMonkey or Google Docs, and where our district is one-to-one initiative, we will have that survey link to Blackboard, and freshmen, sophomores, and juniors will take the survey throughout their English class on Blackboard, and we'll rotate the seniors through the computer lab with the students. But the staff, we have a scheduled PD on November 10th, and we will put the survey on our Blackboard account, BLHS Teachers, where we will ask teachers and students hobbies, reading, need changes, talents, goals, and if I have more time, what activities do you wish to work on, to get a suggestion from staff to lead the projects, and also for the students to gain their interest. because if they have a vested interest, then Genius Hour will be more effective in the long run.
So the plan is to come together as a staff in November and have the staff up front complete this survey, and then have the kids complete it, and for us to do the tedious job of trying to go through these surveys, see what the teachers and staff are interested in, and then what the kids are interested in, and we match them up ourselves. Instead of having teachers pick or kids select, we're going to match them up with a group where they have similar interests. So that's the early November. Then during our scheduled staff time, kind of introduce this idea to them and give them some background. Carrie is very knowledgeable about Genius Hour, and then she said there's some TED Talks and things like that, so we're going to upfront the staff then. Once we have the kids grouped, and we're thinking about no more than 20 kids per staff member, and in late November, early December, just distribute, make sure that all the kids are surveyed and that we have all the groups together about the end of December. In January, we plan on beginning, and our plan is at this time 2-hour blocks every other Friday, so bi-weekly. Every other Friday will be Genius Hour on the Hill, and those students will get together with their person that has similar interests, and they'll work on those projects. So, and we're thinking about accountability time, and we were thinking about effort time, just attendance and participation, giving them some meat in the skin, so some points in their English class or something for their effort and work on this project. And then by the end of April, setting a presentation time and inviting community members and things out to the school for our groups to present their project finals to that. We have been contacted by ARH in McDowell, which is a hospital, who has agreed to assist us. We have a community member local that's a part of our group who's going to help us. And then we have Courtney's connections at the board, Jennifer's connections through KVEC. So it's according to what projects roll out of this, who will need to grasp, and that'll be a work in progress, I guess. So hopefully in April, we will come together and be able to let you know how we're doing on this. Okay. I have a handout. One of my teachers has back here. If anybody has an interest, it's just the problem, the solution, or the proposed solution, the requirements, and our timeline laid out. So if anybody's interested in a copy of that, we have that. There's also a great poster that doesn't print very well, but I can email this out to anyone who's interested if you want to put that email. And it's 10 Principles of Genius Hour by Anthony Speranza. And it just lays out 10 things that's needed for a Genius Hour. So if that's something you're interested in, we can get that to you too. Anybody have any questions? All right, thank you.